Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's get into it because y'all know on last week's episode, Miss Wanda had the people down there tasting her food. She brought the family in. She wanted people to taste the food, see what it was giving. But the only thing I kept hearing about was some potatoes. Wanda, what happened to the other food? Did you not have any meats? Was the meats not cooked all the way through, like you said at the what was it you had, that pop-out event, that pop-up event? Wasn't some not cooked all the way, or was it cooked too hard or something like that? Is that why we kept hearing about potatoes and we didn't hear anything about no meat? Everybody kept talking about the potatoes. The potatoes was good. Did they just come in to taste the potatoes, Wanda? Did you not have any green beans? Okay, you didn't have none of that. You had no green meat, no vegetables or nothing like that. What was going? Just the y'all got to let me know. Just the potatoes. Well, let's keep going. Okay, so Kiki shows up. Shout out to Kiki. Glad Kiki showed up. Kiki was the familiar face. We learned some things about the two light-skinned girls that look like twins that were standing, and they probably are twins, that were standing up there, looking misplaced as hell. Those are her sisters. They look like they were more placed when they sat down next to Kiki, because that scene looked more authentic to me. All right, versus them just standing up there attacking Marcel. I was so like, what is this? Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. So Kiki asked Tisha, like, girl, why you didn't return my call or whatever like that? And then Tisha said, girl, I didn't know I need to return no call like that. Like, how you know I even knew you called? How you know I missed the call or whatever like that? She said, because girl, I called you a few times. She's like, okay, well then, girl, I'm not even really talking to you. And she's like, well, girl, why are you talking to me? And that's when we get into the situation about Miss the things that she said, okay, about Miss Melody and stuff, okay? The things that Kiki said to Melody at the event. So Tisha doesn't like that she discussed her business or just discussed her in general around people that aren't necessarily fond of her. And I feel like Tisha definitely has a point about that. Like, that's not necessarily cool. But at the same time, I kind of felt like I understood Kiki as well a bit, right? Because it's like, you don't want me talking about you around certain people, but it's okay for you and your husband specifically, to go out and discuss my business when it's information that I told specifically to you. That's not fair, right? So I definitely understood where they both were coming from with this, okay? So Kiki says, so the rules changed after you let your husband speak on me. I said, oh, wow, that hits different. Okay, so Tisha brings in Kiki's sisters and tells them, and this was interesting, and I highlighted this at a later time, but I noticed that when Kiki would reference Marcel, Tisha would shift the attention. She would deflect. So when Kiki says, oh, but it's okay for you to let your husband talk about my business, this is when Tisha decided to bring in her sisters and say, y'all sister want to be mad at me about something that happened years ago, da-da-da-da-da. Right? And then later on, we'll hear where Kiki brings up Marcel again. And then Tisha says, get your hand out my face. And it's like, I see what you're doing there. You're trying to shift, change it, rearrange it here. Let's stay on the subject. Okay. But anyway, let's keep going. So Tisha brings in the sisters and tells them how her cousin Kiki teamed up with Mel to try and hurt her. I don't think that was the case. I don't think nobody teamed up to try and hurt her. I feel like Wanda has created this thing in Tisha's head where she thinks everybody's out to hurt her. I also think that Wanda is one of those parents that creates things in her daughter's head that makes her think that everybody is jealous of her as well. Instead of sometimes recognizing that you too could have been a flawed person in how you handled situations. It's not that people are always jealous of you or people are always out to hurt you. It's that people see how you rock. So they're going to rock differently, right? Based on how you have acted. So sometimes that's just what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with hurt or jealousy. But anyway, let's move on. Okay. So Marcel admits that he admits that he did tell Kiki business and then had the audacity, the clown fool audacity to say that I did tell your business, but what's your business really isn't your business. Well, Mr. Marcel, I wish that you would have used that when it came to Louis, right? Remember how Louis spoke on your marriage and you felt like he wasn't deemed necessary or in a certain position to speak on your marriage? Well, why would you feel like it's okay for you to speak on what's going on with Kiki with said friends? I wish you would have applied that at that time. How do you take somebody else's business and then tell them that it's really not their business, where if it was you in the situation, you would tell them that that's your business, right? Oh, this is where we see the manipulation coming out of you. Let's keep going. Okay. It just didn't work here in this setting. Try it again later. All right. Anyway, so Bernard tries to chime in. I cackled. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed every moment when Marceau told him to shut the fuck up. I'm not rocking with you. I said, please let him know. And when he called this man the female, the male version of Wanda, I said, it's getting there, huh? It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. All right. Anyway, so Kiki says everything they were supposed to move on from, they can't move on from it because Tisha continues to do something to stir it back up. And then you had somebody in the background saying, I agree, and I agree, and I agree. Oh, wow. Well, you see how that works. Sometimes it's you that do things. You know what I'm saying? It's not the people trying to hurt you, girl. It's just, I mean, that's what you do. Okay. So they feel like if you can do it, then I guess I can. I could do it too. Punchinella from the zoo. Okay, so that's just where we at. Anyway, so every time Kiki mentions Marceau, that's what I said. Marceau, I noticed that Tisha deflects. Okay, when she brought him up the first time, she shifted the focus to Kiki's sisters. Then when she brought him up again, she told her, "Get your hand out my face." Okay. Then this was the thing for me. Y'all know y'all done effed up when y'all got Wanda coming down there telling y'all to shut the fuck. Okay, because y'all out here doing too much. And Wanda had to come let y'all know if anybody gonna be out here acting the fool on this motherfucking show, it's going to be me. Okay, and I love my job very well. And y'all, Tisha, I don't give a fuck. You need to shut up. Okay, I need everybody to pipe down. And you know I fight all your battles, so I don't even know why you out here trying to throw anything at this time right now, because you know I handle it. Okay, I don't even know what you turning up for, girl. You know I do all of that. So y'all can cool it down right now. And Kiki, you know I'm not going to let you slide in and take my spot. I'm already in jeopardy right now anyway. We're not going to do it. Okay. So I said, not y'all got Miss Wanda coming down there being a real mama trying to check everybody and telling their ass to shut up and sit there. So I said, I'm here for it, Wanda. I'm here for it when you got sense, and sometimes when you don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like Wanda, you know. Some things I may not agree with, but I like Miss Wanda. Now she came down there and checked the people, honey. Now Tisha says that she never spoke to Kiki about Marceau having infidelity. Girl, this was the part that I love right here. Kiki said, what Kiki told her, Kiki said, now you a damn lie. Now you girl, you better what, girl, you better think. You better think. I said, ooh, is they cursing their cousins in Bessemer? Okay, I was here for it, girl. Kiki said, you never said that, Marceau. Kiki said, I never said that. Kiki said, I never said that, meaning I never told that to mail them. That's what I got from it. She said she never told that to mail them. She said, but girl, I will bring it up. Here go Marceau, you do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. You do it. I'm gonna blow everything up in it. You do it. Because you know how I get. Kiki said, I know you will. You've done it before. I know you will. You've done it before. I know you will. I know. We know how you get down. Then here go the cousin. Marceau, just stop. Just because she's not going to go against you. You're her husband. You're making everything worse. Like, Marceau, just stop. I was like, Kiki, let him have it. Let him have it, Kiki. And I don't mean let him have it, meaning leave it alone. I mean, let him have it, meaning spill the tea. Okay? Because you know what's so funny? What is so hilarious to me is whenever Mel says that she has some tea to drop, Tisha runs around and say, I'm so tired of people saying that they got some things to drop. Didn't say it. People always talk about what they gonna drop. Like, girl, drop it. Where is it? And as soon as Kiki about to drop it like it's hard, here go your husband running in there. Do it. I want you to do it. I'm gonna set fire to everything out here. Everybody's stuff gonna be on the table. Do it. Girl, we're just trying to have a conversation. Okay? Because the public just have a question. Hey, Miss Wanda. Okay, we just have a question and let her do it. So then Marceau dares her to bring it up. Kiki husband step in. I said, you better get in there. Okay, that's the type of man you are. That's the type of man you are. That's the type of man you are. Marceau, I noticed your tone changed when you went over there to talk to Kiki's husband. No, all I'm saying is you don't do that. You was just up here. Then you came down here. You don't do that. You don't play with nobody like that. All this stuff I did for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Family ain't supposed to come against each other like that. She was gonna air that bitch out. I said, let's air it out, Kiki. Set it off in this mother. Set it off, okay? Come on. You could have came out with Boosie. I wouldn't mind. So Marcel started changing his tone, saying none of this should have happened. Then says this was brought to y'all maliciously for this right here to happen. I said, you're not gonna put all of that on Mel. This was brought to y'all. What do you mean? Mel didn't bring nothing to them. That's the thing. Mel didn't bring nothing to them. Kiki brought it to the function though, but Mel didn't bring nothing to them. Like, I just do not. I can't. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Kiki and Marcel got something on each other. I believe it. Sorry, Kiki kept that mouth closed. Marcel heated for a reason. What Marcel got on Kiki? Listen, the streets is messy. I don't know. The streets is messy. Thank you so much, Phil, for super chat. I appreciate it. The streets is just messy. What else? So I said, don't put all that on Mel. First of all, y'all said that it was Kiki's fault at first. It was Kiki's fault for going over there entertaining conversations with Mel, and then now y'all flipping it and saying that it's Mel's fault and saying that Mel gave Kiki. It was a scheme that Mel set up for Kiki to come to y'all with the bid. Kiki did what she wanted to do. Okay, Kiki did what she wanted to do. Anyway, so Tisha talking about Kiki knows something. Kiki, you know what I've been through in my marriage for the last 5 years. You know what I've been through. What else? She also says you was the one that even gave me a heads up to tell me that Mel and Martell was gonna try to ruin my marriage. Now, Kiki, if you said that, you was flawed. You was wrong as hell, girl. You that was some shady SHI. If you did say that, and then gonna turn around and be up in Mel's house. We're gonna have to clear that up. What is that about? So did you say that? You done ran back to Tisha, told her be careful, they may try and break up her marriage, and then here you go over there hanging out with Mel. Whew, girl, that's a mess up, Miss Ma'am. You wrong for that, Suzanne. And then you got Tisha over there crying. She's really upset. And when Tisha said, you know what I've been through in the last 5 years of my marriage, I'll be honest and say, I don't think Tisha was talking about cheating or anything within her marriage. I think she was talking about during her time of being on this show. And people trying to, accuse her husband of cheating or whatever the case may be, right? I think that's what Tisha could have been talking about, but I don't know. I could be wrong as well. Tisha started crying. She walked off. Some part of me didn't really like the fact that Marcel watched her walk off in tears and then go over there at that time. I was like, you see her crying? You watching everybody else walk her over there. Like, you probably will be the best person to calm her down. So go over there. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're trying to make sure big Kiki man, okay, don't jump on you or something. That's what it's giving. But all right, then, we get it. Let's move on. So Kimmy and Destiny link up. They speak on Stormy, of course, in that overall situation, dealing with Stormy. Destiny said that she was cool with Stormy at one point. At least she thought that they were cool. But she says that, what she said, Stormy? Oh, I think that they had spoke or that she had called her or something like that. They had talked to each other at some point, and how, I can't even remember what else they talked about. Hold on one second. Yeah, she said she talked to Stormy, and I didn't even write all the notes on what it is that they talked about, but basically she was cool with Stormy at one point, so she was a bit taken back when she came to the Galentine event and came at her. And it's like, I don't really think Stormy was coming at you. I think Stormy was asking you a question, but you're so upset that you no longer have Mel as a friend. And you also came up there on some you and Tisha together about to hop on Mel, that you probably assumed that Mel came up there with the same mindset with Stormy to hop on you. And you just took it the wrong way. It is what it is. And she says that sweetie is a common term that she used. And it may be a common term that you use, but we also can use it in a different tone. And I think that's how it came across as well. I don't do that, sweetie. I don't da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, don't call me sweetie, because not only are you not owning your SHI, but you also trying to call me sweetie in the middle of it. You know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to son me. And when I show you that I'm a person that you're not going to sit up here and son, you want to get mad and you want to walk off because you feel like you need to cool off. Well, you go do that. Okay. So what else happened? She says that she was going through a lot because, Kimmy was like, so, hey, you think you probably was going through a lot or whatever that contributed to your actions or whatever. She was like, yeah, I think that I was. Of course, she had her divorce. Of course, she was battling with the custody or whatever she had going on with her son. Then she was losing a friendship. And Miss Kimmy's losing a friendship. Like, you don't think that it was just like a hump in the road? Like, no, this girl is literally grieving the loss of a friendship, which is close to, like, especially if it's been a long-term friendship, it's close to losing a relationship, girl, for real. Okay, so she definitely was going through it, I'm sure. But I still feel like that ain't got nothing to do with Stormy. Even with you losing that friendship, Stormy was still interacting with you. She was still cool with you. You just confirmed that yourself. You was just on the phone with Stormy. Y'all was talking about whatever. Just a few days prior to the Galentine event, you felt comfortable enough with Stormy to reach out to her and ask her to be a sponsor. So obviously, Stormy did not care too much about the situation you had going on with Mel. She was still okay with rocking with you and keeping the relationship separate. You know how you did with Tisha? When Tisha and Mel weren't on good terms, but Mel never stopped Tisha or stopped you from getting to know Tisha. She did the same thing with Stormy. But you just saw Stormy as a threat in that moment based on how you and Tisha came to the Galentine event. Let it rap. Yeah. Anyway, so when it came down to it, I think that Kimmy could have asked her about the friendship or if she's planning on getting back cool with Mel or something like that. And she says, girl, there ain't nothing else for me to do. Because how I feel about the situation, I feel like I don't have the issue. Melody is the one with the issue. So that's where we at. Destiny don't know. She been making up her own scenarios. Oh God. Kimmy is getting on my nerves, trying to be the peacemaker. Let these people fight. Not let these people fight and move on. Ooh, Destiny is as, if not more passive aggressive than Mel. Oh, okay. Kimmy is on my nerves this season, just going from person to person, pretending to be concerned. Oh wow, Destiny is fake. You what? She told so many stories. Mel was not her village, and Mel was her village. Which one is it? Oh yeah, that is kind of true. The way she approached her last season about being her village, whole time this lady over here paying for bills and stuff, and you didn't even have to ask. That's just a friend being in tune with a friend. You feel what I'm saying? That sounds like something I would do. Like, hey, yo, boom, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Yikes, squirrel, yikes. But you know, when they mad, they never think about that. And that's just not Destiny. I think that's people in general. You know what I'm saying? They be so upset in the moment for whatever reason. And sometimes I feel like that upsetness comes from them trying to escape accountability for anything that they may have done. You know what I'm saying? So, yikes, unfortunate situation. Marcel and Tisha. Let's skip on down. Marcel, because I think Martell linked up with Miss Monica. Nothing too much going on there. He linked up with Monica about the wine, and they're going to do the whole thing in Atlanta with the tasting and stuff. So that happened. And then I think it was a scene with Tiffany and Lewis, and how I guess he didn't run up to her and ask her how her trip was, and he waited to ask her about the trip. She thought he was going to ask her about it when they got home or whatnot, and he didn't. He wanted to give her time to cool down. I don't know what's really going on with the both of them. I don't know. Maybe they got some other underlining issues with each other that have yet to be addressed. I don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, Marcel and Tisha. So when it comes to Miss Wanda and this truck, he's not interested in investing, not in that broke down truck. He feels like they need to come with him with some numbers and an actual business plan, and let's see like where we are versus where we're trying to go. And then he may be open to investing. He may be open to investing. Okay. They also speak on Kiki and how wrong they felt she was. Tisha says she cried because she thinks Kiki don't like her and that she's her enemy. She was looking at her like, I'm her enemy. I don't know. But what I do know is it makes me think about Melody. And when old girl referenced you as Melody's enemy, you had such a hard time seeing that you could possibly be an op or whatever to Mel, right? But with your own cousin, you noticed it immediately. Girl, cut it out. Cut it quick. Anyway, so Marcel starts talking about Bernard. Right. And he says that he's the male Wanda. That was comical. The family see the same thing that we see. They see the same thing on their end that we, the public, see when it comes to their marriage. OK. What else? Tisha, let's see. Tisha says, never mind the people. What she said, never mind the people. But when she asks a question to him, she wants to answer directly. And he gonna tell her he wants her to not ask him disrespectful questions, questioning his character. So she's like, well, what's a disrespectful question? He was like, did you take some wine over to Mel's house? He was like, that's questioning my character. He said, number one, what did he say? He said, number one, I don't even know where Melody live. And number two, when have I ever taken just delivered some wine to somebody's house? Like, that's questioning my character. And I mean, I guess it's questioning your character. I mean, it's just like, think logically. Like, do you think has he ever done it? Is that something that you think he would do? Like, I mean, pick and choose the questions. She said she already picks and chooses the questions that she asks him. But at the same time, it makes me think, when she says she does pick and choose the questions, and he's like, he wants her to make sure it's not disrespectful in a manner that's going to question his character, makes me wonder if his character is already in question by your wife. Because obviously she thinks that you do have the capabilities, and that is within your character for you to do just those things that she's bringing to you, because she already said that she is very selective on the questions that she brings to you. You know, and that's what she said, not so much as what the public think, but that's how she feel and what she think. So y'all don't have to work on that part there. What else? Yeah, I think we talked about it. We talked about that. Mel and Kimmy. So Kimmy wants Mel and Destiny to get back linked up. Destiny, and what we learned is that Destiny reached out to Mel. So first of all, Kimmy says, well, you know, she moved here and she don't have no village. She ain't got no friends or whatever. First of all, Mel says, well, she did reach out to me after the Galentine event. We weren't hearing each other. Things got a bit heated. I told her, hey, let's give each other a call. Like, let's do this another day. Destiny agreed, said they'll talk the next day. Mel says she hasn't heard from her. So I'm like, what, did you want to finish the conversation, Mel? Because did you not reach out to her? Or were you waiting on her to reach out? And then Destiny, the same question for you. Did you want to reach out to her? Did you want to finish the conversation? Because it seems like neither one of y'all reached out to each other. Okay. And if that is the case, I feel like Mel, just say that. Don't put it off on Destiny as though, well, Destiny never called me back. Like, if you didn't want to talk to her, you could just say that too. Like, you wasn't interested in finishing the conversation. It is what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna beat no dead horse, whatever. But Mel also said something that made me be like, ooh, shit. When Miss Girl, Kimmy was like, oh, you know, she don't got no village or whatever. She needs the village. She ain't got no village or whatever. And then Mel says, well, that's fine, you know, because she also mentioned how she likes to go through things alone, right? So maybe that's just something she wants to do, and that's okay. Sometimes people do need their space. And Mel had to agree to that because she too gets to a space where she wants to deal with stuff on her own, and she just wants to be to herself. Hence, once she's finished with the show. But also I felt like that was a bit shade. You know, you want a village, but then you don't give the village, you don't tell the village nothing for them to really be there for you. So I don't know, girl. I don't know what's going on with this complicated situation, honey. Okay. Because even though Destiny don't tell you everything that's going on with her, you know enough to be able to like support her and help her out. Like, I'm sure she didn't tell you about her lights being cut off or whatever, but well, I ain't gonna say lights being cut off. I take that back. But whatever the notice was that was on her door, but you chose to take care of it. So this is just the end of a friendship, end of an era. I don't see them, you know, linking up, being cool or anything like that. Yeah, and then the last thing that happened was Martell and them getting ready to go on this trip. Martell is single, so he's going to do what single men do. He said he want him a few linebackers. I was wondering how Miss Ariane was going to take that. Yikes. And Marcel and them going to hang out. So it seems like they are going to be reliving their ATL trip, because it seems like they're still going to go to the strip club and do all of that extra stuff, and they're going to have a great time. I do think Marcel kind of made a little point though when he said that if you feel like you got to keep women away from you, then that means that you have no self-control over yourself, right? So I feel like he kind of had a point with that. Like, I mean, you should be able to control yourself at the end of the day around other women instead of being fearful. That means that you don't trust yourself, and you likely know that you're going to do something out of character. Oh, wow. Well, that's all that I have for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's see what you guys are saying over here in the Chitty Chat Patty. Let's see. At this point, I feel like the only storyline is to be mad. Well, I feel at this point, I feel like the only storyline is to be mad at Mel. Got you. I don't see why any of them have to be friends with her. If y'all don't like her, just leave the show not even about friends. Gotcha. All the storylines are worn out. Tisha gonna stay with her man. Mel and Destiny are done. Kimmy and Maurice are gonna play in our faces. Are gonna play in our faces, and Martell is still using people for their licensing. Y'all are a mess. Mel's salty because Destiny didn't share her marriage drama. She's being spiteful as fuck. I do feel like people are out there like that. I mean, that could be true about her. I don't know, but I do feel like people, you know, they be like that. They do get mad when you don't share stuff when they're the ones that's sharing the most. about their relationships. But you know, why should Mel have to choose this grown woman? What? Oh, chase this grown woman down. I don't think it's that she has to chase her down because the woman called her. You know what I'm saying? The woman called her, they talked, it didn't work out well. Mel was the one that suggested they talk the next day. So I think for me, either one of them that wanted to entertain the conversation could have called each other. So I don't know if they're still waiting to this day for each other to do that. But if Mel wanted to have the conversation, she could have called her. Chasing her down is not the same as just giving her a call the next day. And if that person don't answer, they just don't answer. Like, well, at least I called. I did my part. So whatever they want to do with it, it's on them. But she don't have to call her 5, 6, 7. She don't have to do that. Now, if they ended the call and Destiny was like, all right, well, I'll call you tomorrow. Yikes. Then she's waiting. She's still waiting on her to call her. This show is worn out. This Mel mess. Carlos need to get back to the drawing board. Oh, okay. Destiny has been in Huntsville long enough to build a village. Ooh, wow. Wow. Well, it seems like, and that's interesting when I think of that comment. It's like you telling Mel that Destiny still needs a village. But she cool with everybody on the damn cast but Mel. So what else do you need? She already got her village. Like, what else? What are you talking about? Mel has had a bitter aura ever since she left Martell. She was so happy when she thought they were SHI on everybody else. I don't know if she was happy then because Mel started to have you been watching since season 1? Like Mel started to kind of like allude to what he was doing already. So I don't think it's that she was just happy from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? She kind of was already showing that they weren't perfect from the very first season. I thought she made it clear that Destiny had the issues. So if she wanted to talk, she would call. At least that's how I took it. Destiny, the mad one. Okay. I wish they just let this friendship die. Just die. Melody was not going to break her neck to call her. Clearly, although Destiny came across as a leech, I feel like she was down for Mel and had her back. She could just be annoying like a little sister. Okay. All right. And then let's see, the last thing that I really care to even talk about is let's remove these things. Let's remove these things real quick. The nightcap. So y'all know there was some housewives that was on the nightcap. You had Sheree, you had Kim, you had Lisa, and I think it's Deshawn. I hope I said her name right. I think it was Deshawn. You had those ladies that were on the show. And this was I didn't get a chance to fully watch it, honestly, but I will play a quick clip of what did take place, which seems to be going viral. And we could just chit chat real quick about that. All right. So let me put this up here.
Suit that's coming out where she alleged a lot of things that happened. Kim, your name is mentioned in it.
Let me move some things real quick, like for you guys. There we go. Wanted to get that out of here. And then now we can start.
We know that Nene has this lawsuit that's coming out where she alleged a lot of things that happened. Kim, your name is mentioned in it. Is there anything that you can say about that whole situation?
I mean, she knows what she's saying is not true in regards to me. That's ridiculous. And she knows it. So I'll deal with her when she's done with them.
Ooh.
You can't say things, and that aren't true and try to defame somebody, that's so.
And somebody said you guys were just together on the stage.
No, they were on the stage and we saw it. And you're like, you guys are hugging each other.
Well, Sheree, come on. We never know who we're going to get. Okay. So,
what do you mean by that?
I never know if she's going to be nice or if she's going to be mad or if she's going to be, I never know really who I'm going to get that day. So, I feel bad for her. So.
Mm-hmm. And have you guys kept in touch with her or?
On social media, not recently, but when Greg passed.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you guys think about what's been going on with her in this whole situation?
Keep this real.
Go ahead, sis.
So when they talk about what original you want to come back? She never said Lisa Wu. She said Kim Zolciak. So I'm bothered by that. And so, like, discrimination. And so the same person, like, she keeps saying, I need you to call Kim.
So I think what you're trying to say is, whenever Nene would be asked, what original housewife, what OG would you love to come back on the show? She would always say Kim. So I think what you're trying to say is, if things were that bad with Kim, why is she the first name that comes out your mouth when asked, who would you want to come back on the show with you?
But she still follows me on Instagram, so she ain't that mad.
You said what?
I said she still follows me on Instagram. She ain't that mad.
She does?
Yeah.
No, but I don't care about the Instagram
I'm just kidding.
stuff. Let's talk about the real, like the real issues.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the real issues.
Well, like you said, we're all praying that the situation works itself out.
Will heal itself.
Yes, exactly. We know that Nene.
All right, you guys just heard what they talked about over there on the show, honey. We gonna see what Kim really gonna do when she talking some. She gonna deal with Nene when she done with Bravo. I don't think she gonna deal with Nene at all, because if so, she would be dealing with her right now. And I also feel like Nene wasn't lying about the treatment of Miss Kim. Then Kim quit halfway through a season and did whatever it is that she wanted to do, and then ended up being rewarded by having her own show as well. I mean, maybe maybe I forgot about that. I don't know. Lisa Wu being upset. I think I understood what Lisa Wu was saying, not so much as what Carlos was trying to mention that she was saying. I think Lisa was just saying, listen, Nene never advocated for me in no interviews when it came down to like bringing somebody back. So why would I sit up here and advocate for her and support her in this suit that she got going on? That ain't got nothing to do with me. So let's keep that shit a buck all day. I'm not going to sit up here and support her in nothing that she got going on. And I also feel like, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I just feel like, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing if Lisa Wu came back as a friend of the show, whatever, that's cool. But I feel like I don't recall Deshaun having a lot to say, but y'all can correct me on that. And Lisa Wu, I feel like they haven't been around on Bravo enough to really know about the treatment. I feel like the only people that could speak to that are people that's actually been there for a while. I think they only did maybe one season, maybe two. So yeah, I think it's like the treatment over a while. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that Nene referenced about Kim were more so like the mid time, like from the time that they started to where they are now, somewhere in the mid season where neither one of those ladies were around. So I don't think they can really speak to the prejudice or anything that was going on, the treatment, you know, but, yeah, I feel like Sheree could talk to that, but she's cool with Kim, so she's not going to say a whole lot, which she doesn't. You know, but Nene did put up a post. Let me see if I can pull up Miss Nene post, honey, over here. Let me see if I can pull it up, because Nene did put up a cute little post of herself, honey. And Nene said, girl, bye. I'm not stunned, y'all. Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is, okay? Let's see here. Ooh, girl. Nene, you're funny. You're funny. Okay. Give me 1 second. Toot toot. So this is Miss Nene here. Okay. Nene says it's giving they all obsessed years later. Oh wow. Oh my. Are they still obsessed years later? I guess. That's just what Nene said. So I just wanted to show you guys her response to that. Okay, so I don't really have a whole lot to say, girl. The lawsuit's still ongoing. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, child. It is what it is. Let's see what you guys saying, and then I'm gonna head up out of this thing. Okay, Lisa Wu was better on Hollywood Divas. So IDK, why she even cares about what Nene did or didn't do? Right. Why did Lisa leave the show? I'm not sure. I feel like they probably didn't invite her back. I don't know. I think Lisa came back a couple of times to appear in episodes, but not too many. Okay. I didn't know who that other lady was. LOL, it's just Kim and Lisa. Gotcha. Lisa could have used her then divorce to Ed Hartwell as a storyline back then. Right. I don't think this will ever happen, but with Keisha Knight Pulliam, I do wonder the relationship that her daughter has with her dad, and if she does have a relationship with her siblings, which are Lisa Wu's kids. I doubt if Miss Keisha Pulliam would ever do Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe, maybe not, but that would be interesting to see. Even if she was like a friend of the show and we just got to see a little bit of interaction between the two, I wouldn't be mad at that. But her daughter is so freaking cute. But yeah, because Lisa, you were boring. So because you weren't good TV, you gonna ignore the truth. Bitter as oh wow. Okay. I actually like Lisa Wu on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Gotcha. People can dislike Nene all they want, but nothing in that lawsuit was a lie. Nene wanted to make good TV and get that check no matter what. All right. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think everything Nene said. I don't think she was lying. I don't, girl. It's a little complicated though, as I've always said, because it's like you still continue to interact with them. Okay. And the only reason this uproar came about was because you weren't given the money that you wanted. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that case is going to play out, what's going to be able to be proven versus what's not. You know, I don't know, y'all. That's going to be real interesting. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to settle. And then I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it makes her case complicated when you have a lot of women that's not willing to speak on her behalf that's already on the show or were not on that are no longer on the show and can speak and validate what Nene is saying. Like nobody wants to touch that. So if they were to go to court or something, and this went all the way to trial, how is it going to work? I'm sure she's going to subpoena people, but how is that going to be on the stand? Because they can only speak from their experience, which to me can, even if they have experience what Nene experienced, right? They can easily be like, that wasn't my experience, unless there is some proof, hardcore evidence via text where they can prove like, no, there was a time where you actually felt that Bravo did this and Bravo did that. So I don't know, child. It's going to be interesting and it's going to be a very, very messy. But that is all that I have. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the reviews. Okay. On Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville, put a ring on it, the nightcap, all of that other great stuff, honey. Even my rant. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to like the video. As I said, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.